Good morning, everybody. Favela, good morning. Good morning, good morning. How are you today? Hi, everybody. Today we aim to misbehave. All right. Well, first of all, though, today we're going to be doing a little long dark. Good morning, Leone. How you doing? Oh, that's an interesting. That's like a new. That's like a different front. It's like dark. I've never seen it dark before. That's interesting. We are on day 346, less than 20 days away from 1 year in the long dark. We are mapping in Broken Railroad right now. We're almost done, and then we're going to be moving on to Forsaken Airfield. Well, I mean, we got to go through the intermediate zones, but after that, we'll be moving on to Forsaken Airfield. So welcome back, everybody. Okay, so okay, yeah, we were just warming up here, getting ourselves figured out. It's not nasty out anymore. So we were right down here. This zone is such a pain in the ass to map up to. I mean, we actually have a pretty good map of it right now. We've got all the major spots in it. How much water do I have? I got a little bit of water on me. Okay, well. And some charcoal on me too. Excellent. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead and go. Let's do this thing. Let's do this. Grab all these cattails here. And later today, we're going to be doing a little bit of our State of Decay 2. I've had a lot of fun playing Nightingale the last couple days. I'm excited to see where that goes from here. But we're going to not play Nightingale until next week again. So, hey, Teresa, good morning. Well, good morning, Ath. Playing Long Dark today. Yay! I fell asleep watching last night. Missed the ending. Well, we did finally get to the harder desert zone, and dang, it is a lot harder. But the harder desert zone is going to be something for another day. I couldn't find the gal that we're supposed to find yet, but we are going to get back to that on another time. I'm just seeing. Oh, I think there's something up here, if I'm not mistaken. Or is this the way down in the first place? This might be the way down in the first place. But yes, it was a lot of fun. I really am enjoying Nightingale so far. I'd say I like Nightingale better than Enshrouded myself. That's just me. Okay, this is the way up. Okay, that is. Yeah, I think it has a lot of promise. I mean, it's not perfect by any stretch. It's not a perfect game or anything, but it has a lot of promise based on what I've played so far. So. Yeah, it has lots of stuff to do. I mean, I've played it now, let's see, including yesterday, I think I've put in, just in 2 days, I think I put in like 20 hours into the game. Yeah, I put 21 hours into the game in 2 days. There's a lot to do in it. Okay, I was hoping there was something down here to do. How many achievements have I got in the game so far? I've got 7 achievements unlocked. Woohoo! Well, the thing I sort of like about the game, and I know some people don't like this about it, the thing I kind of like about the game is it is rather complex. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of stuff to do in the game, and the game does not give you a lot of like instructions on how to do it. So it's like I'm constantly finding new things that are like, oh, I didn't know I could do this. Like, even something as simple as, like, looking at the challenges. I didn't know you could look at the challenges and unlock stuff like that. It's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. So it's kind of neat that there's, you know, and just the other thing is the higher level hides that give you different stats on your gear. So if you get higher level stuff, you can give yourself better gear, basically. You can craft the same clothing, but with higher level hides and stuff, and get better gear from it, which is kind of neat. I'm gonna grab these cattails over here too. This weather's starting to turn on us. The weather's starting to get rough. But yeah, Tegeta, it's fun. I'm really enjoying it. And we've barely scratched the surface on places to go yet. We're going round and around in a circle right now. But we're gonna leave this little lonely canyon behind.
I need to find a place to rest.
Yep, you sure do, buddy. You sure do. At least it isn't cold out. I mean, that's something. I mean, honestly, I don't think we should have in Nightingale. We were able to get that herbalism card, that herbism card, or whatever it is. And I don't think we should have been able to get that one. That one was kind of something where the boss mob kind of got stuck, and we just took advantage of it and kept shooting him. Well, then I figured out you can shoot all of the bullets, that 4-shot gun. You can shoot all the bullets in that in one shot and do a massive amount of damage. It was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So I think we are progressed a little bit. That game very much keeps you in check as far as being able to punch above your weight class. Like, you can only, you know, you get into a certain spot and it's like, you basically need to go get some more experience, because there's not really experience in the game, but you need to go get more materials so you can upgrade your gear to a point where you can actually, you know, take on the harder mobs. So you can deal out more damage, basically. Well, this is awkward. This is very cold. Yeah, we're like right in here. Wow. Always a blizzard, my friends. Always a freaking blizzard. Again, the biggest disappointment of the zone, it has no Polaroid in the zone. I wish there was a Polaroid. If there was, it'd be a lot better. But there's not. It's always got to keep me on its toes, yeah. Yep, Teresa, it's always got to keep me on my toes, so. It'd be boring if it didn't. Yeah, this is the part of the game that always gets a little like, ugh. I know where I have to go, and I'm just hoping I can get there before I lose too much health. I think we'll be okay. And thank goodness we have a railroad track to kind of follow. Zones like this aren't super bad for blizzards because you always have sort of landmarks around you. A blizzard like this in, say, Forsaken Airfield, it could be a game ender just because you can get lost so easy. The best thing to do, though, whenever you run into that, like in Forsaken Airfield or one of those big zones, is just face yourself a direction, put it on auto walk, and just keep walking until you run into something. Because if you keep wandering around, you turn one little degree, and you can start going yourself in a circle very quickly, and making no progress at all. The main thing about a blizzard is you just want to get out of it. And if you're going in a circle, you ain't getting out of it very quick. Now we're tired and we're cold. Hey, but at least we're not hungry or thirsty. Always look on the bright side of life, boys and girls. Might as well grab the charcoal. We never saw the moose in this zone either, which is kind of weird. I'm used to seeing the moose in this zone, but not today. Not this time. Now, the moose for us would have been up by the Hunter's Lodge up top there. And we did not get him. The moment when you get lost in a blizzard in Forsaken Airfield, you found the high blind. That was a lifesaver. Yes. Yes. Yep. If you can find one of those things, it's like, oh god, there it is. Then you sort of are like, okay, now I have a map in my head. I sort of know where I need to go. Woo, doggies. Oh my goodness gracious. That was cold out there. Some cold bananas, B-A-N-A-N-A-S. Ah, there we go. Alrighty. Drop all them pies. Got 2 more prepper pies. Oh, that one's almost gone. Let's just eat that. That one's gone. Okay, there we go. You know what? We're going inside. I don't even want to risk it. I don't even want to risk it. I mean, generally you'll stay warm out there no matter what, but I'm like, yeah, I don't want to risk even the possibility of us not being able to be warm. So those are almost cured. That's almost cured. Go grab our heavy hammer. Smash up these acorns and acorn grounds real quick. We'll take a little damage for being tired, but it's not that bad. Especially since we're gonna sleep anyway. Yeah, you know, Tigetta, sometimes usually those stems I just hang on to for emergency situations like that. I am not a big stem user for just like if I get damaged by an animal or something. Usually a stem is like if I get like really If I get really desperate out in the middle somewhere and I'm tired, I'm like, I just want to run. If you had to guesstimate how many matches are in Interloper, what would you say? I'd say 500 to 600 probably. I've never really counted. But I'd say probably 500-600 matches easily. Got a couple of big furs on us here. Just, you got to go out and find them. That's the thing, is you just have to find them. They are out there. They're out there for sure. Sylvan, thank you so much for the Prime sub on
Sylvan
Twitch. I appreciate it.
94 just subscribed.
Thank you very much, my friend. Welcome into the Ath Pack officially. All right. Let's go ahead and get some sleep now. Woo! But yeah, I'd say probably 500 to 600 matches. We should do a count on it sometimes, Scotty. That's something we could do on a new run, is just kind of count how many matches we find over time. Hey, Alice, hello. Long Darken's going good. It's going well, my friend. Because that'd be an interesting thing, just to see how many we could find on one run. Because I honestly just have never counted. It's just something that's never really been a thing I do. Let's crack those nuts real quick. I'm not stingy with match use, and I've never come close to running out. Yeah, you know, I'm not. I would say I'm not stingy with my match use, but I definitely am aware when I'm choosing to use my matches. At the beginning of the game, for the first 100 days or so, I'm like, I don't really care. I'm going to use matches if I need to, because if I can't live, I'm confident enough that I'll find more matches that I figured if I can't live that first 100 days, you know, then I won't have time to find the other matches anyway. And by that point, I'll probably have a mag lens, I'll have a fire starter or fire striker, and that sort of stuff. And so, you know, the main thing with matches, to conserve them more than anything, is that for that first 100 days, you definitely want, after that first fire you light, you never, ever, 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 ever want to light a fire without a torch. You always want to light the torch, then light the fire, and then you'll have multiple chances to light that fire. So that's, I think, the thing that is more about conserving matches than anything else. And then after that, you know, I mean, once you get the mag lens, then it's just more just getting your mind around. I'm not just going to sit there and use matches just to try to light a fire over and over again. You use your torch to mitigate the chance of you failing, and then once you get a mag lens, whenever you have an opportunity, check outside before you light any fire and see, hey, can I do a mag lens fire today? And some days you can, some days you can't. So there's lots of just little things you can do to sort of mitigate the match consumption. But like you, I've never really worried about it. Like I said, been going, oh geez, I better not do any matches, because if I do, then I'm gonna be, you know, I'll freeze instead of using matches type thing. It's like, no. You always want to use your matches if you have a chance. Yesterday evening, I had a short watch on your Nightingale stream. Went to bed in the morning, and you were still streaming. I streamed a little bit. I streamed for a few hours yesterday. I spent a couple hours streaming yesterday. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I spent just a couple hours here or there streaming yesterday, so. It was fun, though. We had a good time. I've been really enjoying Nightingale, though. Nightingale is a really, I think, really well done game. They've done a fantastic job making the game interesting and kind of keeping it. I like the way that I like that Nightingale does not have like the traditional levels that you level up and you get new skills and all this sort of stuff. It doesn't really have those. The progression in the game is more based on the gear that you can make, and the bosses, the stuff you can defeat to get better gear. And up until now, I did not realize that, or up until I played yesterday, I didn't realize that, like, the hides and the other stuff, if you can get tier 2 stuff, it starts giving stats to whatever you're making. So you'll notice in Nightingale, a lot of the higher tier stuff has stats on it, and that is giving you actual bonuses to the clothing and stuff like that you're wearing. So we're gonna have a lot of work, like upgrading and getting our stuff better, which is kind of cool. I like it. Just did a back of envelope estimation, came up with 552 matches on Loper. That's conservative side too. It wouldn't be surprised. I've always stated that I thought that there's between 500 and 600 matches easily on Interloper. What exactly are you? And what are you doing out here on the ice? I have never seen this deer out here. I have no idea what's going on with this deer. You think I should play some more Nightingale today? Later today? Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was thinking about it. I was gonna do some State of Decay 2, but I was thinking about it off Blur. Nightingale has kind of become my obsession for right now. Yeah, I was gonna do State of Decay 2, but I'm almost thinking of switching and doing some Nightingale. Because I've been really enjoying that game. I don't know what to tell you. And how you doing today off Blur? I hope you're having a great one. 5,000 to 6,000 matches in Pilgrim at least. Oh, probably. You count all of those. Mr. Zoot Suit's like, yes, do it, do it. All you can say is, do it. But yes, I've been really enjoying Nightingale so far. 97% cured. All the guts are cured. Oh, it's got tinder plugs in it. Okay. Alrighty. Alright.
Wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
No, you can't. I've already mapped this cave up, right? Let's just do it again to warm up a little bit. Oh yeah, we're right there. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, this is pretty much like a good map of this zone, which kind of sucks compared to other zones like Hush River Valley, where you can actually use the Polaroids to get things apart. You know, to get things kind of like looking nice. And same thing with Mountain Town. We got Bleak Inlet. Ash Canyon needs work. Timberwolf Mountain, though, is beautiful. Pleasant Valley's looking awesome. Winding River we didn't get yet, but we'll get that on the way back through. Forlorn Muskeg, of course, looks amazing. Mystery Lake looks nice. The Ravine, we got to do a little bit more on. Crumbling Coastal Highway's great. Crumbling Highway's awesome. And then Desolation Point. Even Desolation Point doesn't have any Polaroids, but it still turns out pretty good because you can map up the whole thing. But yeah, unfortunately, Broken Railroad has so many little weird spots in it that have hills. Like, all of these are hills that you can't really uncover in the game, which kind of sucks. Which kind of suckity boos. But what can you do? You got a dentist appointment in an hour? Oh, wow. Well, good luck at the dentist there, Blur. Good luck at the dentist, my friend. Dentist appointments are never fun, but they're necessary. Go see your dentist, children. We're gonna just take that back to the main house with us. Actually, you know what we might just do? I always keep forgetting I have this. Haha.
Starting to weigh me down.
I just keep forgetting I have my sled here. Think you'll replay the story once episode 5 comes out? I'll just jump into episode 5. I've played chapter 1, 2, and 3 multiple times. I played chapter 4 through once. I really honestly don't have a desire to play it through all again. For me, the story was okay. It just isn't something I want to revisit at this point. I'll play chapter 5. But I'm not really looking forward to... The other parts of the story, Sylvan, were all kind of one and dones, where it's like, okay, I've played it, I get it. You know, in some instances with chapter 1, 2, and 3, I played those multiple times because I played it when it first came out, and then they did the Redux on it. So I played the Redux on it as well. And it changed a little bit about it, but not a ton. So I'll probably just do chapter 5 when it releases. But for me, Sylvan, really, this game is all about the survival mode. The survival mode is where this game really shines. The story mode is interesting to kind of get an idea. You gotta kind of get an idea of what's happening, but... Where is he? Oh, there he is. But for me, the story mode is not as important as the game itself. As important as the survival mode is. That's what you get, Mr. Doggy Boo. But I am curious to see how it ends. Surprisingly, I'd say I sort of like chapter... Out of all the chapters I've played so far, I probably like chapter 3 the most. In some things. There were some things about chapter 3, the whole carrying bodies, carrying survivors back to the church part, I was not a big fan of. But I love the little side adventures you could do in that chapter. I thought that was pretty cool, and I almost wish they would do more of that in the actual game. Like, give us like those little books that you could go do a side adventure. I think that was probably one of my favorite parts of it. Plus, I like Pleasant Valley. I know, that's a controversial statement. Don't tell Adrian. Don't tell Adrian. Plus, I can't help it. I just like Pleasant Valley. I think Pleasant Valley is a great zone. Thank you for the bear apocalypse, by the way. There's no bears around here, Duke. You know that, sir. Sir, there are no bears around here. Okay, so we are going to have to get ourselves down to a decent weight. There's definitely no warpers. This Sunday, we will return with Subnautica, boys and girls. I know, I've missed a couple Sundays of it, but we will get some Subnautica Sunday in this week, so. And I'm excited to get back to it. All right, we need to drop the bear hide here, because this bear hide is almost done. 99%. I know Pleasant Valley gets a lot of hate from a lot of quarters, but I personally like it. All right, let's throw these guts in here. Now that I can do. Thank you. Yes, Subnautica is the best. There was actually a guy on YouTube recently who did a let's see here if I can pull it up. There's a guy who did a very good, I think it was a very good and fair, it was a very even-handed sort of review of why Below Zero failed. And I thought personally it was really well done. I mean, I think it was really, he did a good breakdown of why it did not work. This is it. Yeah, here it is right here. He's called The Casual Gamer. I'm going to throw a link up to his video, but it's called Why Below Zero Failed Next to Subnautica. And it was really, I mean, he brought up a lot of points that I've brought up before. There's the link in chat right now for it. I'd recommend going and checking it out. It is like an hour-long video, but he does a very succinct job of breaking down the reasons why Subnautica was very successful and why Below Zero missed the mark. And it was stuff I brought up. Some of it's stuff I brought up before too. Venus Vicious with a 3 years. A 36-month resub. I'd review his video, but I'd probably just end up agreeing with him the entire time. Yeah, the one they're working on now is called is Subnautica 2. Well, and the thing I liked about his videos, he brought up a lot of points about how the team for the game changed between Subnautica 1 and 2. The people who made Subnautica Below Zero was not the same group that made the first one, which there was a lot of creative direction that it took that was not amenable to it being that great, which kind of sucks because they had all the bones there to make it great, but it just wasn't as good. That was my biggest complaint about. I mean, beyond the gameplay, beyond 50% of the game being above land, which it's a game called Subnautica, not Above Ground Nautica. Beyond that, the map just being so small and being confined, you just felt claustrophobic on that map. Where in the original Subnautica, it was like, what is this wide open ocean I have to sail around in? This is freaking awesome. And so, yeah, there was just a lot of changes they made, and then the story stuff I thought was just stupid. I mean, they made stupid story choices. I think they were trying to appeal to certain crowds of people with their story choices. I'm not going to get into it, but I think they were trying to appeal to the modern audience, with some of their current day choices. But yeah, it just didn't work as well. It just didn't work as well. Oh, it is. My bottomless criticism for Below Zero is rooted in my love for the OG game. I just wanted to have an updated, better version, a new version with new territory to explore Subnautica game. I mean, that's what I wanted. So I tried my hand at Interloper Survival Mode. I started in the Trapper's Cache in Pleasant Valley. Couldn't even make it to town before I died. Yeah, the start up there on Skeeter's Ridge is pretty much a common one, but it's doable. It's doable. You can definitely do it. It's not easy, but it's definitely doable. Definitely doable. Oh, jeez. Valor with 240 bits and a message.
Hello, boss. How are you today? I was working on the next stage of your adventure last night and something hit me. I will add a special thing just for you.
Oh, really?
Hint, they howl and you hate them with all your heart. Also, I will need to add special features to them, you know, just for the fun. Flying, toxic, intelligent, invisible, from hell, mutant. I give you the choice. Or the chat if you want.
Okay. Okay, so you want me to make a choice on it? Oh, God. Oh, my goodness. Maybe I'm missing something, but is there no other way to make fire besides matches and fire strikers? Oh, and flares, and, you got matches, fire strikers, flares, and maglens. Or the chat if you want. No, just make them flying. That's always fun. Flying is always a fun thing. Flying is always fun. So Zarothan, the best thing you can do in Pleasant Valley start, the best thing you can do is go to the farmhouse, the barn, the farmhouse, because the farmhouse will have water in it no matter what. You might find matches in the basement of the farmhouse, but you'll at least get water there in the bathrooms. So that takes care of your water situation. And then I'd go to the barn and look for the matches there if you didn't find them in the farmhouse, and then move on to Milton itself, or not Milton, but Thompson's Crossing, because you'll probably find matches there. You'll find matches at one of those 3 spots in Pleasant Valley. They kind of move the matches around a little bit, so they're a little harder to find now. But you'll probably find them in one of those 3 spots if you look. All right, let's grab... grab those. Grab that. Grab that. Grab one of those. I'll grab the guts out of the other place. Yes, and check the store in Thompson's Crossing as well. That's a very good point. Is there even food at Thompson Crossing or anywhere for that matter? Or does Interloper require you to set up stairs straight off the bat? Oh, you'll get food in the farmhouse. You'll get food in Thompson's Crossing and the Thompson's Crossing garage. You definitely need to move it though. You need to move. You can't really sit still for very long in Interloper. In the early Interloper. Early Interloper is all about getting out there and finding everything you can. But you'll definitely find some food around. Also take advantage if you find the ravaged deer corpses. You can harvest those up. If you can get a fire built by them, you can harvest those up with your hands. So you'll definitely want to do some of that if you can. How many feathers do I got on me? I got 3 feathers. But yeah, you definitely want to move it. Usually first thing I do if I spawn at Skeeter's Ridge, it's kind of a tough decision. Usually I will go to the Burned Ridge Cave, and then I will go to the plane crash and loot that up. And yes, the fire radius will it'll unfreeze the corpses. Yep. And then you can harvest them. You can like boil water or something. But usually if I start at Skeeter's Ridge, I'll usually, the Skeeter's Ridge basement usually has a couple cans of food in it no matter what. So you'll get some food there. Then I go check the Burned Ridge Cave in the airplane because you'll get tons of clothes there. And you might find matches. You can find random matches anywhere. I'm just telling you my strategy when I start there. And then usually I'll head straight down to Draft Dodger's cabin, and then on to the farmhouse, and then to the barn, and then to Thompson's Crossing. And you could usually get most of that done in a day. If you hustle. You might have to avoid some wolves, though. That's the only problem you'll probably run into. Oh, that black bear hide is cured. That means we can repair our decent bearskin coat back up. Nice. Nice. We'll grab that gut and those 2 guts. We'll grab that hide. That hide. There we go. Not to cheese the system, but do you unlock feats on any difficulty of survival? Yes. Yep, feats are unlocked on any difficulty except for custom mode. For whatever reason, they don't allow you to get feat progress on custom, which just boggles my mind why they don't let you do that. I understand it from their perspective of, well, we don't want people to get it on too easy of a mode, but it's like, well, you can get achievements on Pilgrim. I mean, there's not really any easier mode than Pilgrim, so what's the problem with getting it on, getting it on most of the time when people play custom, I would bet you most of the time when people play custom, it's harder than Voyager. That would just be my guess, is that they're probably playing on a harder difficulty level than Voyager. They're probably playing a mix of like a Voyager Stalker or Stalker Interloper, or indeed playing a more difficult version of Interloper if they're playing a custom game. That'd just be my guess. But, I've argued you should be able to get feats on anything, including, the only thing you can't get feats on is custom and challenges. Challenges don't give you feat progress either. And it may just be that it's hardwired. Oh, that's okay, Zarothan. Don't worry about it. We're here to answer all the questions about Long Dark. Ooh, I think I got bit by a bug on my chin, of all places. He burrowed right into my little nest of fur, I guess. He was like, I like it. It's nice and warm in here, sir. You know when you feel like a bug bite and just itches and itches and itches? That's pretty much what's happening. I just grab a couple things of water here. Hello, hello. We're almost ready, boys and girls, to head to Forsaken Airfield. Grab a little foods. We do have our venison pies, which will give us a little more carry weight as well, which is nice. But yeah, don't ever worry about it, Zarothan. Always ask questions. Even if I'm not playing Long Dark, you can still ask Long Dark related questions. That's totally fine. I do want to take my flour. I'm gonna take the full cooking oil. There we go. Yeah, not by the hair of my chinny chin chin. Yeah, I think I got a little bug bite right there. Grab that and my coffees. Okay, so we got all of that. That's now cured. Okay, so what do we got? We got that. Oh, is it light out? It's almost light out. We got 2 cured deer hides. We got some assorted guts. We got a rabbit hide. That's all to repair. That's all to repair our clothing. I'm gonna let those wear down a little bit more, but I definitely want to repair that, and that. And then we got stuff to repair our other skin clothing when we need to. There we go. Okay, so let's see what we want to take from here. I think I will take a little bit more ptarmigan down with me, just to have it on me. I will take my fuel with me, because I'll probably want to get my lantern going. Okay, I got matches here. Let's see what matches we have on us right now. Welcome to Atheenon Shop for Wayward Travelers. Yeah, pretty much. I'm going to take that and read it. Actually, I'll leave that here, because that's just a ½ kilo I don't need to carry. I think I will take my second Fire Striker and leave the older Fire Striker here. You got to remember, when we come back out of Forsaken Airfield, we're coming right through here again. So anything we leave here, we're going to have easy access to when we come back out. So we don't need to be like, oh god, I'm never going to see this stuff again. I am going to take all of those cattails with me. I'm definitely taking my flour and my cooking oil. Let's take a little bit more of these. That'll give me 20 charcoal right off the bat. Actually, I'm just going to take them all. Do I need the sewing kit? I have a lot of fishing gear. I guess I will take one sewing kit with me. I'll take that one with me. And do I need to take... I will take that with me, and I'm going to take a couple of acorn grounds already with me. And then there's one last thing I do want to take with me. We will leave it here when we come back this way. But I do want to take my heavy hammer with me because we're going to have a lot of acorn grounds to smush down when we get into Forsaken Airfield. And there's a forge in Forsaken Airfield as well. So we'll probably leave that hammer at the forge in Forsaken Airfield. Because we had three hammers up in Milton. We left two of them there. We left two hammers up in Milton. So we could always grab those hammers when we come back down from Milton, bring another one back here, and then have a hammer in this zone as well. I think we already left a hammer in for Forlorn Muskeg. I'm not 100% sure, but I think we did. Let's repair up our deerskin coat, or our bearskin coat. Yummy, yummy. Repair that up. And we'll repair that up. I hate it when my underwear starts to get holes in it. I mean, it is rather crusty underwear. We've been wearing it for like almost a year now. We're on day 349. We only got 16 days to go. It'll be 1 year. So we're at 49 kilos right now. Let's grab a few pieces of cedar. Just to have a little bit of fire. How much water do I got? 1.65. Let's grab 1 liter of water. Bippity boppity boo. Long way to Forsaken Airfield, but I like it more than both Keeper's Paths. Yeah. Keeper's Path north and south is kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest. All right, we're gonna eat a ruined pie. That's gonna give us 3 more kilos of carry weight. There we go. So now we're up to 48 kilos that we are carrying unburdened. Let's drink. We're heading off, Psychotic Deer. We're going. We're doing it. We're doing it, buddy. Let's grab 3 kilos of bear meat. We got our bow and 19 arrows on us. We do have some feathers, and we got some arrow shafts, right? Yeah, we got the arrow shafts. We got some charcoal. We got all of our gear. Got all the stuff I want. Got my pry bar, my hacksaw. Oh, Jesus. I thought there was a wolf outside. I'm sitting here listening for the wolf. I'm like, sounds like he's on the left. No, it sounds like he's on the right. Wait, where's he going? What's happening right now? Another odd question. Does leaving cooked meats out in the cold stop the decay process? It slows the decay process. It slows it down somewhat. So yes, it does slow it down, Zorothan. If you have, so the way it works is that food decays the fastest if it's on you and you're inside. If the food's on you and you're inside, the food's gonna go down like 20% a day. Now, if you leave the food inside but on the ground, it decays a little bit slower. And then if you leave this food out in the snow, it decays a lot slower. So leaving it out in the snow is the best thing you can do. Leaving it outside in the snow. And animals don't get to it or eat it or anything like that. There's no danger of that happening. It's actually pretty warm out. It's only -4. We do have a 30-degree warmth bonus, though. So Mother Nature is your freezer. Yep. Cooking 5 means it doesn't matter anymore where you leave your food. Yes, well, that's true. As long as it's not in a container. Yeah, if you leave it in a container, then you're in big trouble. Because if it does get to 0, it goes poof and disappears. So you don't want to leave it in a container at all. I did a risky moment. I was trying to find a bear in the muskeg, fell through the ice near the bear, but still got the bear with one shot. Risk worth it. Nice. May I suggest a great reference guide to Decay that I use daily? Yes. Oh yeah, Gary. Yeah. If you have a great reference guide to it, if you got it, go ahead and share it. That's fine. I think you might need to. I don't know if you can put the link in chat or not. But if you have just like a general, hey, go search for this and you'll find it, that kind of thing works great. Yeah, if you got a great reference guide to Decay, that works perfect. 'Cause yeah, everything decays out there in one way or the other, and you can micromanage it. I choose not to because I just am like, I got enough stuff. I'm not that desperate. I mean, there's certain things in the game that never decay, like matches, mag lenses. And that sort of stuff. Crackers don't ever decay. I mean, I can carry these crackers until the day I die, and they'll never go down in quality. I did get this. Yeah, there is no zone here. Okay. Off we go, boys and girls. Yeah, so you can't map this place, which kind of sucks. I am not going to turn on a light right now because I can see in here. I'm going to give you guys night vision so you can see in here. I can see in here, though. Actually, you know what, though? If I do turn my light on, it covers all food and clothing. Yeah, if you have a suggestion or even a link, I don't know. I'm not sure how Twitch deals with, or YouTube deals with links. I'm not sure how YouTube deals with links. So you might encounter problems if you put a link up in YouTube, but if you have a suggestion on what to search, feel free to throw it up, or if you throw the link up and it does get moderated, I will throw it back up for you. But yeah, I think I know the sites you're talking about. Travel food, those crackers. Oh yeah, travel food and cattail. Crackers and cattails are definitely your travel food. Because they never decay, they don't give off stink. Now one of them has vitamin C, so it's even better. Sometimes there'll be coal on the ground. And as you saw, I already found a pry bar, so. Oh, Jesus criminy. Zorro then with a $10 tip. Thank you so much, Zorro. Appreciate that, man. And you got me. And you got me. Fandom 22 for 600 calories, loves crackers. I love the crackers. I wish there were more in the game, but there's not. Boo. Boo. Hey, Victorian, how you doing? Congrats on moving to Forsaken Airfield. What's your plan there? Grab radio back? Oh, we're gonna stay there and map. We're gonna be mapping up Forsaken Airfield. We're gonna map up Forsaken Airfield. Forsaken Airfield takes a hot second though to map. But we are gonna map it, Victorian. I'm very excited to get there.
Where's the good stuff?
Wow, we got another pair of thermal underwear. Says we can find flour and water and salt. You know, I think we could make some bread. I think bread wouldn't be out of the picture. I mean, we can already make pies. We can already make pies and stuff. Yep, this next 5 to 10 vids will all be Forsaken Airfield, yeah. I think the last time I was there, Victoria, it took me 60 or 70 days to do it. Okay, let me, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second. Decay, the Long Dark Fandom. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna throw this link up in chat. You tell me if it's the one, Gary. It's a long link. It's a long link, but tell me if that's the one. I think that's the one you're thinking of. Yep, that's the one. Okay, yeah. There's the link to decay rates in Long Dark. It's kind of a long, goofy looking link, but there you go.
Could end up being useful.
Hey, or it could just be ripped apart and get some cloth out of it. Yeah, I've seen that one before. It's a good site if you're looking for like hard numbers, you know. Like I said, I kind of wing it most of the time. I just kind of wing it. And I'm like, yeah, if I get decay, I get decay. If he dies, he dies. Oh. Okay, so here we have two ways to go. We can either go straight and go out that way. We're gonna go over here. And we go out this way. This takes us to the bridge. But you need a little pry bar to get through that. Of course we can't map indoors. Of course we can't map inside. That's just how life goes. But now that we're outside, can we map? Nope, we're still indoors. Oh, and here's another pry bar. Second pry bar. Second pry bar now that we found here. There we go. Oh, that's with the 18. That's with the extra 3 kilos, and we're still overweight. And we're still overweight. That's okay. Oh, it doesn't give us the location. That's interesting. I thought it would give us the Surefit Trestle. Trestle. Yeah, cooking level 5 ends all worries. It truly does. And there's a third pry bar we've now found in this zone, and a rope, and a ruined light shell. Friday will suck because I have jury duty, having to wait 5 to 6 hours straight for answer to who will be picked. But on the bright side, I have no work on that day because of it. Well, I guess that's a good thing. I'm just gonna tie this off here. Not that we'll probably ever use it, but it seems like a proper thing to do. Seems like the proper thing to do. I say. Hey, look, there's some sticks. See a stick, pick it up. If you last a year in Long Dark, it'll bring you good luck. Well, Psychotic Deer, I hope jury duty is not too, I don't know, should I hope you get picked, or should I hope you don't get picked? I know some people look forward to it. They're like, hey, it'd be fun to be on jury duty. My cousin actually was on he was chosen as a juror in a bike gang related murder case here in the state, in Portland, which was kind of wild. It was a wild case from what he said. You couldn't go into details on it really, but yeah. Knowing me, I'd be put on a jury duty for somebody who's like done some like little white collar crime, you know, or something like that. My city summons about 1,000 people and only 100 to get picked. It's usually how it goes. All right, we're gonna walk our way back over here, and then we're gonna sort of shelter in place for the night. Yeah, it's not very warm in here. It's only warm because we have this massive warmth bonus on us. Either way, waiting can be time-consuming. Yes, it is. I think it's the wait that's the worst. You just sit there and you're waiting, and waiting, and waiting. That's how it's always been when I've shown up for jury duty. I've only been called a few times, like 2 or 3 times. But I just go down and wait. I've never been put on a jury, but you know, I'd almost be worried about people who want to be on juries. They're probably like the hang 'em high kind of people, you know. They're like, yeah, they're guilty. Give them the rope. All right, we're gonna do that and drink some water. We're gonna break down some of this stuff that we just picked up. All right, so we found ourselves a ruined light shell. We're gonna rip that apart and get some cloth. Sad thing is, we found ourselves a third pair of underwear. This is actually like our 5th pair of underwear we found, which it's surprising because usually I always lament how hard it is to find underwear in this game. We're gonna rip these gloves apart too. For 1/10 of a kilo, do I want to rip them apart, or do I want to keep them as a backup pair? I think we're going to keep them as a backup pair, boys and girls. I think that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep those as a backup pair of gloves. I was thinking, I was like, should I rip them apart, or should I keep them? So we're going to harvest some of these. Hey, Donnie, how you doing? We're going to rip apart a few of these pry bars that we got. Yeah, we had 4 pry bars. Just get some metal from them. We will find more pry bars in this next zone. Fill up our lantern. All right, we're down to 56 kilos. Need another prepper's pie. All right, we're going to, at the junction here, I think I'm going to leave myself a little bit of fuel in here. I think we have, yeah, we got 10 sticks right now. I'm gonna drop all those. That'll help us lower some weight. Yo, Ath, I'm okay. Getting ready for sleepy sleeps. Hope you're doing good. Thanks for being out here for us, of course, Donnie. I'm glad you're here, man.
Through silent hills of ice and snow, Atheenon creeps with his torch held low. The beasts will hunt.
That's
by
wild,
scent
psychotic
and
here.
sight. Atheenon sleeps to pass the night. When daylight breaks, Atheenon stalks, while the chat continues on with their talks. A howl rings out to pierce the day. Atheenon hopes his shot won't stray.
Exactly. I do hope my shot won't stray. Yeah, that pretty much got all of that, so I'm not too worried about mapping anymore here. Yes, that is the ode done by Sanwin. The awesome Sanwin did the ode. There's a link to it, link to Sanwin's channel in Twitch. Let me also put it over into YouTube here as well. There we go. You can go check out Sanwin's channel both on YouTube as well as Twitch. He does a lot of good voices and stuff. He's a great guy, so. He did the ode and the teacup. Here we have. Here we have the elusive Athena searching for a mate. If you listen closely, you can hear his intoxicating mating call. Teacup, teacup. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry, man. You were glitching out. You were glitching out there, baby. Country Roads with the 36 month. All I can say to that is, Country Roads, take me home to the place I belong. He was jamming out to Atheenon, yes. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home, Country Roads. Thank you, Country Roads, for the 36-month resub. I appreciate that very, very, very much. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We're just gonna sleep in this cave tonight, I think. We got a rabbit. We got a rabbit to harvest up now too. So, Sugar Slam just subbed up for 3 months in a row as well. Thank you, Sugar Slam.
0_0
Appreciate that as well. Woo! Arr!
Sugar
I wonder if that
_0 just
I wonder if that
subscribed.
maps up out here. Thank you very much, Sugar Slam. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Okay, it sort of gave us a little bit more there. Okay. Not a lot, but it gave us a little bit more. Aw, thank you much. I appreciate it. Much love to you as well. Okay, so let's get this rabbit harvested up. We got a little ribbity. We got Mr. Ribs. We're just gonna do it with our hands because I don't wanna use my tools on it. Okay. Let's drop the hide and the gut here. I'm not gonna take this hide and gut with me. We're just gonna leave these behind because, like I said before, we're coming right back through this area, so we can leave stuff here to kind of help us on the way back through. Thinking that way too. I think I'll leave some of this metal here as well. Your old clips of your gameplay are funny, but you evolved a lot from playing Long Dark. Oh gosh, yeah. My gameplay today is way different than it was, you know, a while ago. So way different. Okay, let's go ahead and drop the meaty booze here. I'm gonna drop that rabbit as well. We're gonna take the cooked meat with us tomorrow, but for right now we're just gonna let it sit out there so it doesn't get too stinky on us. Then I have one little meaty boo left. We'll eat that, and then we're gonna eat a couple cattails, drink some stuff. Okay, it's almost nighttime. That's great. We have a couple cattails. We'll drink our water, and then I think we'll get some sleep. Oh, one thing I can do. Let's go ahead and drink down this rosehip tea. That'll give us a little more vitamin C as well, and some water. And I think we have some rose hips to prepare, do we not? Yes, we do. There we are. Let's check other maintenance items. Let's repair up our knife. Hatchet's in good shape. Hacksaw I can't repair at the moment. Okay, we're good there. Clothing is all good. We got plenty of bandages, and so we got 4 bandages and 2 old man's beard. That's like perfect. I even have some pills. I even got pills. What the heck? What is the coldest region? It's sort of a toss-up between Bleak Inlet and Forsaken Airfield. Both of those zones are extremely chilly. If I had to choose one, and this may be controversial, but if I had to choose one, I would say that Bleak Inlet's probably the coldest zone. I know Forsaken Airfield gets really cold, but Bleak Inlet, I have had blizzards in Bleak Inlet like nothing I have ever seen in any other zone. I clocked it down to negative 114 in Bleak Inlet personally. And I've heard up to 126 negative in that zone before. So that zone I think is probably the coldest zone in the game. Forsaken Airfield is bad, don't get me wrong, but I think that's more just from the fact that it has a lot of variable weather, and the weather's always changing in Forsaken Airfield. It gets cold, and then it gets sunny out, and then a blizzard hits, then a fog storm hits, then electrostatic fog happens. It's just like this up and down. But yeah, for me, Bleak Inlet just seems like one of the coldest zones in the game. And maybe that's, like I said, maybe that's just personal experience, personal prejudice. I don't know. Do I want to? Yeah, I want to take that with me. We're gonna be starving for food for a while. And maybe they've changed that zone. Maybe it's not as cold as it used to be. But that's the coldest zone I've ever been in. All right, let's get our lantern out. We're gonna leave this hide and gut here. We left the rabbit meat outside. That's some metal we're leaving here. Hopefully we'll get like maybe a couple pieces of coal in here. That'd be kind of nice. Marlo, how you doing? Hello, hello. Babon, how's it going? How are you doing today, my friend? Marlo over on the YouTube side, of course. All right, there's a piece of coal there. There's a stick, another stick. Oh, what's this over here? We got ourselves a can opener. That's a free piece of metal. A granola bar and a can of tomato soup. That is lovely. And we got a free can, which I'm just going to leave here. Found the connection zone of contamination to the airfield? Yes. That's a very nice place. Bleak Inlet cold or Pleasant Valley? You know, I'd rather be in Pleasant Valley, honestly. Bleak Inlet seems colder. Pleasant Valley seems to have more blizzards, but Bleak Inlet seems colder overall. At least it does to me. And like I said, this is based on only my personal experience. I can be, and I most usually am, completely wrong. But to me, when I think cold zone, the first thing that comes to mind is Bleak Inlet. And me being in that cave, I can even show you. I can even show you where I was. I was in Bleak Inlet. And I was over here on this. I just come out of the washed up trailers out of the cannery. I just come up the washed out trailers. I crossed over the river and got to this cave right here. I shot myself a moose up in this area. I started dragging the moose bits back, and I started cooking them up, and all of a sudden this blizzard hit. And I was like, damn, that's pretty wild. And my fire went out on accident while I was carrying the moose stuff back and forth. The fire went out, and I got back in the cave with the moose meat, and I'm like, damn, I'm not warm in the back of this cave. It's like -4 in the back of the cave, where it's always like warm. It was like -3 or 4 in the back of the cave, and I'm like, holy crap, what the hell's going on? Walk outside, it's a -114 with the wind chill factor outside. It was absolutely bananas. And so that's why I always think Bleak Inlet when somebody asks me the coldest zone. I'm like, Bleak Inlet. Just what, you know, that's just what first comes to mind. 'Cause I've never experienced that in another zone. So there you go. Hey, look, it's a flare. Is this the same Buried Echoes run you started a while ago? I have been playing this run for a while. I can actually tell you how long we've been playing this run. We've been playing this run probably since the beginning of the year. Because we are now, let's see, what are we now in this run? We are 350 days into this run now. Yeah, let's just take a peek back. Yeah, that's back in January. Yeah, this is the same run. This is the same run we've been playing since December 19th. So yep, this is the same exact run since December 19th of last year. So yeah. We've been playing this one. We've been playing this one for a while, Sugar Slam. It's been a fun run though so far. We've done so much. We've done so much in the 350 days we've spent. We've got every zone on the normal map mapped except for Broken Railroad, or not Broken Railroad, Black Rock, and we need to finish up Ash Canyon. But we need to do Winding River as well. It's just a connector zone. And I guess for say the Keepers Pass North and South. But I enjoyed Buried Echo. The belt is nice, takes 2 kilo weight off, but I see it as a trophy. Yeah, I don't really see the application to it very much. I probably wouldn't use it myself. Compared to the Moosehide Satchel and this nice improvised insulation. I always go for warmth over weight if I can, and if it was like the Moosehide Satchel and gave you 5 kilos, straight 5 kilo carry weight, I'd be like, okay, I'm down. But it just takes 2 kilos off your weight, so it's like, man, I'm not that worried about it. Bippity boppity boo. This cave is very long. There's not a lot of coal in it. We got a little bit of coal, but not tons. But Buried Echoes was fun. Buried Echoes was a fun run. But Sugar Slam, it's great to have you here live anyway. And if you got any questions about what we've done so far, I mean, mainly we've been surviving, mapping, going from zone to zone, finding all the Polaroids. We're trying to get all the Polaroids found. I've actually found every Polaroid in the game except for the 2 here in Forsaken Airfield and the 2 in Black Rock. So we've got every Polaroid so far done. Yeah, so Polaroid wise, we have 13 of 17. So we've got all these Polaroids all squared away. Every single Polaroid's done. We've got 201 and 215 surveyed locations. We got 12 more in Ash Canyon, 2 in Winding River, and that's it. Because those are the only surveyed locations. There are actually none for Black Rock. There's none for Black Rock, none for Forsaken Airfield. We've got all the survey as all the other zones, all the surveyed locations are done. We've got. Oh, and actually, we can look at the world map. Here's the world map we're in right now. We've got Forsaken Airfield, Zone of Contamination. I'm not actually going to go to Zone of Contamination right now at all. Buried Echoes has a storyline. Oh, yes. Buried Echoes has a storyline that takes you into the Zone of Contamination. You must have at least finished the Signal Void Tale. Zarothan, you have to finish Signal Void at least one time on any run. And then you have the option of doing, I believe that's the way it is. Then you have the option of doing Buried Echoes at any point you want. It's supposed to be, you do Signal Void first, and then that leads into Buried Echoes. But some people just wanted to jump right into Buried Echoes without doing Signal Void first, so they kind of changed their mind on that. I wish they hadn't. I think it's kind of a good thing that it, you know, it leads one to the other. But some people disagreed. I'm gonna leave myself a little bit of fuel here. Hey, Taylor Davis, how you doing over on the YouTube side? How's it going? All right, so we're good to go on weight. Excellent. We can run now. Excellent. See, we can run. We can run. I'm gonna take one more piece of coal. So that leaves us what? 2 pieces, 3 pieces of coal here for our journey back. So we definitely do not need to bring fuel on our way back. There we go. I don't see any other storylines besides Wintermute, but I know I confirmed I had the main game and all expansions. So, Zarothan, Signal Void, and Buried Echoes, you do not get access to those until you actually come to Forsaken Airfield and get the transmitter. Like right now, I have no access to them on this character. You have to go to Forsaken Airfield, get the transmitter, or the receiver, and then it opens those up to you. So you don't get to have access to them right away. And that's actually where we're going right now. That's what we are heading to today. So woo! That opened a bunch up. Hello, 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 hello. Yes, I will pick some sticks up. Thank you very kindly. I need to beeline straight to the airfield then. You know, the Signal Void stuff is kind of for later game, to be honest. I mean, it's not bad to do, but hello, hello, hello. It's not bad to do Signal Void. It's just it's kind of an extra goo-gaw they've added into the game. It's a little tchotchke they've given you. You don't have to do it, but it's kind of fun to do it. Especially if you've sort of run out of things to do in the game. I'm gonna go up here just to map, basically. Hopefully this will expose a little more area to us. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted, baby. Aw, yeah. I'm going to sleep. We'll watch the rest later. Taylor, get some rest, my friend. Have a good night, Taylor. Glad to have you here, buddy. Jordo! See, Taylor leaves, Jordo comes in. Hey, Jordo, how you doing? How's it going? Survival in sandbox is more important at the early games. Yeah, survival and sandbox, you know, especially in Interloper, the survival part in the early game is the most important. Once you get to like, once you successfully survive for the first like 50 days, and you got your you got your tools, you got your bow and arrow, and all that stuff, then you can start to relax a little bit and be like, okay, now I can think about doing some things that I wouldn't do otherwise. But for those first 20, 30, 40 days, that's kind of like when you need to really be concentrating on getting your tools, getting your bow and arrow, getting your clothing, your skin clothing made, and that sort of stuff. My biggest complaint about Stalker, Pilgrim, and Voyager is that you can find so much better clothing than the animal clothing that you really don't need to make the animal clothing at all. There's no pressure to make it. Well, I found one reason why I couldn't stream a live stream this morning, because my dad is on the PC upstairs. Oh no! You just crafted all your tools? Nice. Get ready to craft a bow and hunt bears at Mystery Lake Day 11. Very cool. Very, very cool, my friend. The Steely Chasm. Dun dun dun. Holy crap. That was scary. Mr. Wolfie, why'd you do that to me? Hey, Mr. Wolf, I have a cave up here I'd like to bring you into. Can you be my friend? Can you be my doggy dash? So I played a bit of Nightingale the first time this morning. Nice! Yeah, I'm gonna play a little Nightingale this afternoon, probably. Bum, 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 bum. He's a demon on wheels. He's a demon and he's gonna be... chasing after someone. It's Doggy Dash! Look at that, he came right into the cave for us so we could just harvest him up in here. Without being cold. Wasn't that nice of him? Wasn't that nice of him? What a nice doggy. He was like, I know Atheenon's hungry, so I'm gonna bring him some food. The mountain pass is interesting to me because it will be narrow and tight spaces with that cougar. I like narrow, tight spaces with a cougar. Hey now! It was a little buggy and laggy this morning. I can imagine. That's my one complaint about Nightingale. Oh, we have a Maglin's fire chance, boys and girls. Oh yes, we do. This is what you always have to check for right there. Maglin's time. But you know, it's the loading screens, bad boy gamer. That's probably my biggest complaint about Nightingale is like once you're in a zone, once I'm in the zone, it's not as big of a deal. But to get into the zone, sometimes it's like it'll take a couple minutes to load. And that's just part of their dumb live service thing. I hate live service. I am not a fan of live service at all. But what you gonna do? Hopefully it'll get smoothed out later on, but I have to go back and watch more of your Nightingale gameplay. My 22-year-old cat had a stroke yesterday, and I didn't get a chance to buy or watch a gameplay. Sounds like it needs some work still. Well, you know, Marlo, it needs some work, but it's an early access game, so you know, I'm not really holding that against it, to be honest. It needs work more on the loading time and the server side loading and stuff. That's kind of the worst part. And I'm sure sorry about your kitty cat. That's no fun. That's no fun at all. I'm sure sorry to hear about your kitty cat. That sucks. Yeah, Ernest still just dropping trees on me. You know, I'll be talking to somebody and Ernest will just drop a tree on me. It's like, really, dude? Really? You had to go there? Well, Marlo, like I said, I'm sorry to hear about your cat. That's never fun to have cat, you know, vet issues that you have to take a cat in for. But it sounds like your cat has lived a long and very joyful life. So kitty cats can live for a long time. They can live for a long, long time. All right, let's go ahead and get the hide off this dude. But honestly, for being early access, I think Nightingale's pretty darn good. They've done it's got what you like to see in a video game. It has good bones. I can see what they want to do with it, and I like the direction they're going with it. And I think that's the thing that draws me to it the most. Is I like a lot of the stuff I've seen so far. It feels like it has a lot of potential. So for that I'm kind of like, okay, well, you know, I understand early access stuff, you know, it's always a hit and miss, you know, you never know with it. But I've bought a lot of other early access games for more money than than I've spent on Nightingale and been very unhappy with them. So I do. The one thing I really like about Nightingale is that there's no skill levels. Everything you do in the game, everything you are able to accomplish in the game, is more based on you progressing through and getting better gear, and then being able to take on a little harder enemy. And I've not found, like, I've sort of hit my wall right now on Nightingale where I'm punching way above my weight class, and I'm able to sort of take them down, but it just takes so much ammunition. I finally got a gun. I finally got a little 4-shot gun, which is cool. But it takes so much to take anything down that it's just like, yeah, it's not really worth it. It's not worth doing, you know, it's not worth taking them down, because it's just a lot of effort. Let's get this mapped up. There we go. There's the little cave. And look, it's got our little wolf carcass in it too. Isn't he adorable? Isn't he just freaking adorable? Nice thing is, this will give us a food and water stash on the way back out, which is amazingly awesome. I might actually just spend the night here. I'm going to go out and map a little bit more, but I might just spend the night here. So yeah, for me right now, I give Nightingale like 6.5. I give it a good 6.5 out of 10. It's got good bones. It's got a few flaws. The biggest one being live service. I hate live service. I think live service is just a scam to get people to spend more money on your game eventually. Because I'm not a big fan of live service stuff, but you know, other than that, it's not too bad. Piece of coal. Could you give a few tips on bow accuracy? You know, Jordo, the thing with the bow is that there's no There is no amount of tips you can give that replace the just repetitive practice of using it. You have to learn how much angle to give the bow. How, you know, the further away the target, the further above the target you need to aim. So you like see that rabbit over there? You don't aim directly at the rabbit, you aim a little above the rabbit, and then you can go ahead and the arrow will actually drop by the time it gets to the rabbit. The best way to try to shoot animals is head on, because they aren't going to move left to right, so you can sort of aim straight. More advanced shooting the easiest way to shoot animals are in the following order: straight on or straight from behind. Either a straight headshot or a straight butt shot. Those are the easiest ones to get because the animal's not moving. You don't have to try strafing your arrow any, because they're coming right at you or going away from you. The second easiest way to shoot an animal is shooting from left to right, because you can see you don't have the bow. If you're shooting right to left, the bow is blocking where you're looking at. Or if you're shooting right to left, but if you're shooting left to right, you can actually track the animal across and then shoot when you want to. And you usually want, the further away the animal is, again, you want to lead the animal a little bit, because you got to realize that by the time your arrow gets to the animal, or gets to where the animal is, the animal's going to have moved. So if you're shooting at the head of if you want to hit like the head or the heart area of the animal, you want to shoot a little bit before the animal, because then it's gonna get to, you know, the animal will move into your shot basically. Shooting when an animal is moving from right side to left side is probably the hardest shot of all, because you got that blind spot that your hand and your bow creates. So it's harder to actually track the animal that way. Well, you see that little white dot in the middle of my screen right now? When I pull the bow, that disappears. Here's a little trick you can use. Take a little black marker where that white dot is and mark it on your screen, because that's always the center where the arrow's going to go. And that actually is about a quarter inch above where your arrow tip is. It's actually about a quarter inch above the arrow tip. The arrow tip is about a quarter inch below that white dot. But that white dot is where the arrow's going to go. Unfortunately, it disappears when you pull your bow. But if you take a little black marker and just mark that white dot in the middle of your screen, you'll never even see that white. You'll never even see the black marker until you draw your bow, and then it's all of a sudden there. So that's a little cheat you can use. It's just get that little dot in the middle of your screen, and you'll be squared away. Because I have that dot there all the time. It's like right where my cursor is right now. So that helps as well. There's the biggest tip, or you could call it a cheat. I don't know. A cheat or a tip? I have no idea. I mean, they put that freaking white dot in the screen anyway, so it's like, okay, just because I'm, pulling back my bow, you don't give me the white dot? Really? Really, truly? I mean, when you holster your bow, it's still there. Or no, it goes away. But when you draw your bow, it's there. So it's like, okay, well, it's supposed to be there as a guide, but then it disappears when you fire your bow. So it's like, okay, you give me a guide, and then you take it away from me. How nice of you.
All this gear is slowing me down.
It's not slowing you down, buddy. Take a chill pill. Well, when I draw the arrow, that little white dot is actually about a quarter of an inch above where my arrow tip is actually at. And you see, I do have a little bit of bow sway. There's a little bit of bow sway as well. The bow starts swaying a little bit, but that white dot is technically where the arrow is going to fly. So if you mark that on your screen, that white dot will always be your guide. And well, your black dot when you pull your bow back. But yeah, it's kind of a 90-degree angle between the bow and the arrow tip. It's sort of the corner there. But like I said, the best thing you can do, Jordo, is just practice with the bow. Go make a bunch of fire-hardened arrows and just go shoot at rabbits. Take long shots at the rabbits. It's sort of the old dodgeball thing, you know? If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Well, if you can shoot a rabbit from a long distance, shooting a deer or a moose or a bear that's 10 times the size of a rabbit, shooting those is way easier than shooting a rabbit. So if you can get your rabbit shooting down, even if you're like shooting at the rabbit and you miss by just a little bit, think of it as, wow, if that was a deer or a wolf or a bear or a moose, that would have been a hit because the rabbit is such a smaller target. So if you can start pegging rabbits with arrows, that's when you're like, okay, now I can accurately shoot larger game. And the nice thing about shooting rabbits is that nothing bad happens if you miss, other than you wear your bow down and you will break some arrows here and there. But that's why you want to make fire-hardened arrows for target practice, is because then you can just go ahead and plink away at the rabbits until you'll feel comfortable. But that I'd say is the best way to actually get some practice shooting, with the bow and arrow, is just repetitive shooting it over and over. And you're gonna miss a ton. I have probably shot the bow in this game, I don't know, 10,000 times at different animals. I mean, I've lost count how many animals I've shot in this game. I mean, just on this run alone, I've shot... Yeah, I've taken 622 shots on this run alone. I've hit 408 animals. On my biggest run ever, I shot 987 times and hit 590. So, I'm running about, what, a 50% rate? Maybe 60% rate of hits? I mean, what's 408? Let's see, what's 408 divided by 622? So I'm running about a 65% success rate on shots. So it's not like I'm hitting 100% of the time. I mean, on my best run ever, I did 590 shots, or I hit 590 times on 987. So that's about 60. So yeah, 65% of the time is what I'm hitting. But that's just 2 of my runs, and there's almost 1,000 hits right there. So I've probably shot the bow 10,000 times, 20,000 times over the years that I've played the game. That's the thing. You just got to remember the scale, and it's one of those things where you have to do it over and over and over again, and you have to just accept. You have to accept you're going to miss a lot. You're going to miss a lot of shots in the early stages of your play. It's just going to happen. I patiently wait. April over on YouTube saying, I'm patiently waiting for State of Decay 3. I'm excited for State of Decay 3 too. Has there been any new word, April, on when they're going to release State of Decay 3? I don't know if they've actually talked about it. I don't know if they've had any updates on it or not. I know they've talked a bit about it. They've shown some like preliminary footage of it, but I don't know if they're actually doing anything with it quite yet. I mean, I'm sure they're working on it, but I don't know if they're actually like accomplishing or getting close to anything on it. Even like an early release or an alpha or a beta test or something like that. Cool thing about State of Decay though is that like all the guys involved in it are game players as well. And so they kind of play test their own crap, which is kind of neat. Because I don't know if all developers actually play test their own stuff. In fact, I'd hazard a guess that most developers don't play test their own stuff. They pay people to play test it. I'm patiently waiting for Red Dead Redemption 4 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Hello, Mr. Rabbit. Let me run with you. Let me run with the rabbits. I'm one with the rabbits, I tell you. One with the rabbits. Red Dead 3, okay. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be seeing much of Red Dead 3 ever. Just because. So why did that not map up there? Just because it was undercover? Yeah, unfortunately, Rockstar doesn't really care about the Red Dead franchise.
My feet.
Oh, that's interesting. It won't map up underneath there. Yeah, yeah, Red Dead 2 is great, but yeah, unfortunately they just don't care much about it because GTA is all they're really excited about. GTA is their jam. And it's what makes them lots and lots of moolah. Oh god, is there falling rocks coming up? No! Not falling rocks. Not a falling rock hopper thingy here. Okay, that's probably going to be the last mapping I can do. Probably now it'll say, you're inside, you can't map anymore. You cannot map indoors. Yeah, I figured. Mapping in this zone is kind of frustrating because there's not much you can really... You can sort of map the train line, but you can't really map, like, the area that we're in right now is up in here, and we can't map it. Oh, now it's getting dark. Yeah, I don't know if we'll ever see a Red Dead 3. I really wanted them to come out with, like, a Sadie DLC for Red Dead 2. Where you ride around as a bounty hunter. You can play Sadie and you ride around as a bounty hunter and go track down bounties and stuff, and you have a little bit of interaction with Marston, but you're mainly just running around tracking down bounties. That would have been so freaking cool. There's so much they could have done with Red Dead 2. So much they could have done with Red Dead 2. Hey, Bran Flakes, how you doing, buddy? Did you get Faithful Cartographer? I got Faithful Cartographer years ago. I actually got Faithful Cartographer, Jordo, when Faithful Cartographer was basically consisted of... Oh, is it? Oh, now it's cold. Interesting. Is that interesting? The lantern actually keeps me warm. Look at that. Just from lighting it, I warm up. But, yeah, I got Faithful Cartographer back when... There was like only 8 zones in the game. Nope, I'm still indoors technically. Even though I can see the outside, I'm still indoors. I'm okay, lost a 57-day loper a couple days ago. Oh no! No, I have not got it on this run yet. I'm still missing 12 locations in Ash Canyon and 2 in Winding River. So Ash Canyon and Winding River are holding me back at this point, but we aren't going back there right now. We're headed to the old Forsaken Airfield. It's gonna get dark again, isn't it? But I'm so sorry for you, Bran Flakes. We'll start a new run, get back into it. Don't give up hope. The next run will be the one. The next run will be better. That's what you always got to do. You just got to pick yourself back up and dust yourself off. And sometimes it'll take a few days to kind of let the rage settle down. I know how that is. Look at my Stellaris run that I did on Monday. Everything's gone wrong in Stellaris. From the moment I opened the L gate, everything has gone wrong in Stellaris. I opened the L gate way too early. I wasn't powerful enough, and everything just like went to crap after that. But that's just how it goes some days.
Never felt so cold in my life.
Yes, you have. But then found a nutty loper start yesterday, spawned in DP, got hacks on Hibernia. Found 100% fire striker in the cave. Then when I got to CH, found another hacksaw in the garage, and then went on to the ice. Found a hammer in the fishing net near the Jackrabbit Island. See, look at that. Look at that. You got a beautiful start already. Which makes it all just like worthwhile. And that's the beauty of Long Dark, is it gives it gives it to you, it takes it away, and it gives it to you, and it get, you know. I personally love new starts of Long Dark because you never know what you're gonna find. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna find. Life is like a box of chocolates. Oh, the way we die is always so sad, Bran Flakes. There's no good way to die in Long Dark. What's that song? The like horrible ways to die, or bad ways to die, or embarrassing ways to die, something like that. There's some song that goes into that. And that's what Long Dark is always like. Dumb ways to die. That's it, yes. Dumb ways to die. Yep, thank you. Thank you, Miss Pac-Man. You nailed it. I also found an aviator cap. Nice. The aviator cap is pretty nutty. It is better than the rabbit cap, which is scary. Because now I have no desire to make a rabbit skin cap anymore. It is dumb ways to die. Miss Pac-Man, you are right. You are spot on there. So you get the gold star for the day. I run the aviator cap on the outside, and then I run the wool toque on the inside. Because the wool toque has a 2-degree warmth bonus, and on the inside, the warmth bonus is all that matters. You don't need anything else other than the warmth bonus. All right, let's bust ass to the let's bust ass down here and get to the. I'm just gonna bypass all these acorns. I'm gonna grab them on. I'm gonna get them eventually. We got to spend a couple days here, but we're really cold. Yep, hypothermia is high. We're really cold, and we've lost a lot of health already. How much fuel do I have? Yeah, I don't have a ton of fuel. I guess I could just make a fire here. I just got this weird feeling that it's gonna all of a sudden storm. I don't know what it is. I got this feeling that a blizzard is coming. I don't know why. I think it's just the weather's making me nervous. But yeah, the wool toque, the wool toque has the same warmth as the aviator cap, and it weighs less, and on the inside, warmth is all that matters. I would wear the rabbit hat on the inside, but it's not as good. But there is that technical balaclava that you can get later on, but that's like a ways away. Like ways away. I was wondering if I should just use the fire striker over matches first, or just use matches for torches when lighting fires. Wondering your thoughts. I always use torches to light fires early game. Always, 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 always. I carry you get a little better percentage when you're using a fire striker, but it's still not 100%. But I always use torches when I light fires. Now, if you want to use the fire striker to light the torch to light the fire, go for it. But torches are always the way to go, just because you get that repeat. You can repeat the motion there the entire time. You can repeat the motion if you fail. Reminds me of why I was disappointed in the tactical balaclava. You can only wear it on the inside, but it has some awesome non-temp bonuses. Yeah. It's kind of disappointing, not too shabby, because by the time you get that technical, you already have 2 hats, so it's not like you're just gonna wear that. It'd be a great early game item, but not late game item. because it just has no use late game. I always do that. I always smack myself in the face. It is a lot of gear, but it's okay. Wow, 3 really nice. Look at those 3 nice clothing items we just got. We got a sweatshirt, a hat, and a light shell. Just right, boom, boom, boom. That is nutty sauce. Nutty professor kind. And then we got water in here too, which is always nice. It's not a lot of water, but hey, it's a little water, so why not? And there's a piece of cloth in here too. We'll take that. You know, the Fire Striker is a nice item to use later on in the game. I usually just kind of like hold off until I've got myself pretty well situated, and I'll just use the Fire Striker every once in a while. I don't really have a plan for the Fire Striker other than it's like if I need to use it, I'll use it. Or if I feel like using it, I'll use it. It does light the fire a little bit faster. I'm gonna eat that tomato soup because why not? Actually, you know what? No, I'm not gonna eat that. I'm gonna drop that here. We're gonna leave tomato soup here, I think. Actually, I want to break this down too. Actually, let's drink some water. So I just save them. The Fire Striker is like is one of those where there's no right or wrong way, I guess. I guess that's the best way to put it. There's no right or wrong answer to when or how to use the Fire Striker. Well, the storm never came, so I was wrong. Sounds pretty damn windy outside, though. Is that a piece of charcoal by the fire? It is. Yeah, see, we got all this spot here to, like, map up between these, and we got acorns and cattails out there. Fire Strikers do not decay. Fire Strikers only wear down when you use them. So if you don't use a Fire Striker, it doesn't go down at all. Like this Fire Striker at 86% will stay at 86% until the day I die, unless I use it. The magnifying lens never wears down either, so both of those items are immutable unless you use it. So this is basically the equivalent, like Bran Flakes just said. This is the equivalent of 43, approximately 43 lighting attempts. Now the Fire Striker, once it gets down low enough, it can theoretically break at any given point, but generally I'll probably get like 38 to 43 attempts out of that Fire Striker before it's decayed into nothingness.
I'm so tired. I could just lay
I know, I'm gonna drink a birch bark tea, buddy, so you get a little extra health back today. Let's drink that. But yeah, the Fire Striker is really nice because it weighs only a tenth. It weighs the same as a box of matches and the mag lens, and this is only 12 strikes, and this is like 43 strikes. So the Fire Striker is never a bad thing to have along. So I usually carry one everywhere I go. Let's break that down. I'm gonna harvest some stuff down here. Actually, you know, we are super tired, so let's go ahead and catch a sleep. Sleep for like 2 hours. But like I said, Bran, there's no right or wrong answer with the Fire Striker. Use it as you will. Ultimately, I sort of look at Long Dark as always, if it's a choice between you living and dying, just do it. Even if it seems like not the smart option, the dumber option is just to die. Dying is always the worst option in the game. So if you got to do something and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'm wasting it. If it's the difference between life and death, I'd always do it. I mean, There's been times when I've been caught in a blizzard and I've been forced to relight a fire like half a dozen times just because I have to maneuver a fire around a tree because it keeps getting blown out. And it's like, well, I gotta do it. It's either that or I die in this blizzard. So it's like I have no choice. Okay, we can't repair in the dock. Yeah, dying is bad. That dying is the worst. You don't want to die. It just comes down to that. That's one thing that makes this game so amazingly awesome, is that you know, this game forces you to pay stupid tax. If you do something stupid and you die, you pay for it. I mean, you really do. There's no coming back. It's not like Nightingale where you just respawn and you go, well, I'll give it another shot. In this game, it's like, yeah, you're dead, you're done, you're gone. There's no second chances. It's much like real life in that way. Which I think is part of the appeal. Alright, we got some drink in us. How much more water do I have? I got 0.3. Probably should make a fire here. I'm almost thinking, though, of going and getting some rabbits. Let's go ahead and crack the nuts that we have. Alright, I'm going to leave some stuff here because I don't want to be as weighed down as I am. Oh, I should have dropped those guts here. I did not drop the guts. There we go. We'll drop a couple of guts here. I think that was from the wolf and I never dropped them. Long Dark is a very special game. The Long Dark is very unique in a lot of ways, and I hope they never ever change it from what it is. Okay, I'm gonna leave the rest of my fuel here too. Leave my backup gloves here. Will not put that in there. These things that are X'd out, you do not want to put into a container because they will go bye-bye. I accidentally did that with some Prepper's Pies earlier. Lost 2 Prepper's Pies that way, which was very unfortunate. I'm going to leave that here. Let's leave that here. I don't need the pry bar. Oh, wait, no, I do need the pry bar. There's a car outside. Let's leave that flare here. I'm going to leave the travois here because I just don't need it at the moment. I'm just trying to get my weight a little bit less. Let's leave the acorn grounds. Let's leave the cured maple. The burdock root. Leave most of my cloth here. Let's leave these acorns here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to keep those on me. Okay. Now we're light. Now we can explore the zone a little bit. So, it'll make moving around the zone way easier. I think we can get these cars on the map. I'm pretty sure. Yes, the cars are now on the map. Yay. I put 20 ruined coffees on the travois, not my brightest moment. Hey, I put 2 ruined Prepper's Pie. 2 ruined Prepper's Pies in the travois. And lost both of them. 50 health just gone like that. And I didn't realize it until it was too late. It was like, oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I was very disgusted with myself. Hey!
This food.
Some beefy jerky, we'll eat it. Hello, beefy jerky, how are you? Beefy jerky, my old friend. I've come to have some beef with you again. Excuse me, rocks. Thank you. Put 12 ruined sardines in the travois. Oh, no. Well, they were just ruined sardines, so, you know. Not that big of a deal, right? I cannot map in low visibility conditions. Of course I can't. Of course not. All right, I'm gonna grab these on the way back, I think. Wow, that's disappointing. I hear some ptarmigans over here. Sounds like they're broken. I have the high ground, ptarmigans. You cannot win. See, look at that. I missed. I missed. See, I can miss as well, boys and girls. Missing is just part of playing. Grab some more of these old jobbies. Some of them won even though I had the high ground. I know. They must have been there on the day that they went over the high ground, high ground training. They must have been in the Jedi Temple that day. There's no wolves here, are there? Oh, Jesus criminy. Scared the freaking bejesus. I was like, I heard something coming from like right in front of me. That was not very nice. Alice. Boom, baby. 2 for 2. Wish there was a wolf here, 2 here just for the meat. Hey, there's a maple up here. I wish I could freaking... Is there a cave? There's a cave up here too? I didn't realize there was a cave up here. Is this actually a cave? It's actually a cave. Have I been to this cave before? I don't know if I've ever been to this cave before. I don't know if maybe I was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Who left a... There's 3 more rose hips. Oh my gosh, we're finding the rose hip. The 3 rose hip cave. Yeah, I didn't realize this one was here, to be honest. I honestly, I don't know why I didn't realize this cave was here, but yeah. I usually don't tootle around the zone a whole lot. I don't just kind of hang out in the zone. I kind of pass through it and go, okay, that was fun. Let's go. Let's move on somewhere else. Like you, there's not enough food. There's not enough food in the zone, Papa. That's the biggest problem. I'm right there with you. There's not enough food in the zone, and that's an issue. The game surprises you. Okay. I'm gonna drink what little water I have left. And then I'm gonna drink a birch bark tea. Nope, I did not know there was a cave to the left. Wow, there's a cave right up here. Look at that. There's a cave right here. There's a cave right here. That's a cave, boys and girls. Who knew? Who knew? Well, obviously you all knew. You all knew. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm like, okay. So there's a cave up here. Sweet. Did I get that maple? I did not get the maple. That makes me mad. There we go. There's the maple. Excellent, Smithers. Let's cut this maple down. Bye-bye, maple. I know, it sounded like I said bye-bye, Mabel. Mabel? Bye-bye, Mabel. Well, that's pretty dang cool. I like that. I honestly do not remember that being there. Mabel says, Mabel gots to go. The Mabel gots to go. Exactly, it does. Grab all these nice nuts. I'm gonna get lots of good nuts here. There's only one nut around that tree? Okay. One day you go 30 plus days. The next day you spawn in front of a bear and die in seconds. This game can be a cruel, harsh mistress, my friend. Cruel and harsh, for sure. That's what she said. Yes, that is what she said. My ex was a cruel, harsh mistress. Heyo. Oh, there's another maple over here. Okay. Well, we'll go up here, stand behind a rock, and hopefully get a little less temperature. A little less temps. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and eat one of our meat pies. Because I'm gonna make some meat pies with the stuff we got. We got enough to make some more meat pies now. I can make a ptarmigan meat pie, I can make rabbit meat pie. We'll have meat pies till the cows come home. I have no more water on me though. Oh, that opened that up nicely. Okay, I like that. I like that a lot. Hello, Mr. Maple. I'm taking you now. There's a cave, another cave northwest of the depot too. Up over here. I found this cave here. And then, of course, you know, there's the cave in Far Range Branchline where I snookered the wolf into coming in and giving and sacrificing himself to me. I made that wolf my biatch. Ah. I said, "Come play with me, Mr. Wolfie boy." And the wolf was like, "I don't want to." And I'm like, "You're gonna come play with me anyway. You have no choice. You have no choice in the matter." And we're gonna go over and get these acorns here too. Wow, this zone has a crap ton of acorns in it. By the way, one thing a lot of people don't know, and I'm sure they're gonna fix this glitch down the road, is that if you have a prepared acorn, you know, the one that you've put in, that you've cooked and everything. If you have a prepared acorn and you've cooked it, you can eat it to a very small little bitty bite and still crush it into acorn grounds. So you can eat like 380 calories out of it and still crush it. They'll probably change that at some point now that I've mentioned it. But, yeah, you can. I figure they probably didn't think about that. They probably didn't think about that when they did it. I think, I want to know what the rope climb is for it to the northwest. I think it'll be a shortcut back from Mountain Pass region. Probably, Papa, yeah. It probably will be. They'll probably make that a little shortcut you can take if you want to come back from that northwest region. Or the mountain pass region. Yep, and you can still make acorn coffee out of it, yep. It's just a small little bug in the game right now. Found a little ptarmigan nest here. There's one down. Two down. Three down. Four down. Ho down. What's up here? There's a thing. New mysteries for me, yes, new mysteries for me. Well, I've never really explored the zone a whole lot. Like I said, I usually just run through it and go, hey, what's in here? Whoa, what's all that? What's all that? I want to go over there. Can I drop down into that? That looks freaking cool. That looks absolutely phenomenal. The conductor just jumped off there or something? I don't know.
Close my eyes.
I stand here with the massacred bodies of the ptarmigan.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
See, there's food here. There's another one over here by that maple you found. Oh, the overlook over there. There's another overlook over there. Well, we'll go check that out when we aren't tired, cold, thirsty, and hungry. we sort of used up our allotted. I'm willing to lose this much health for the day. And we got a whole bunch of ptarmigans to cook up and stuff too. So that's always a benefit as well. I'll probably make some broth out of the ptarmigans, and I'll probably make pies out of the rabbits. The broth is a good like long-term food that you can just kind of carry around with you. Hey, there's a piece of wood right there. No more trains. Why, do they just not like trains? Are they the enemy of trains? Are trains bad? We need to make water, and this fire will also make this fire will also make stuff for us. Now, I have fire making 5, so with a... Oh, actually, you know what? Hold on. I'm breaking my own rule. Hold on a second.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, baby. Time to save ourselves another match. I don't really need to, but this just shows the importance of it. Hey, Mom! Hi, Mom. My mom's in chat, boys and girls. Say hi to my mom. Hi, Mom. How are you? And then you just grab a torch out of there. Take it back inside. Yep, and then you start a fire with it. I am doing fantastic today, Mother. I hope you are as well. Maglin's fire, save a match. But yes, that is actually my mom. Atheenon is actually my mom. If you see that little diamond by her name, that's actually my mom. Hi, Mom. Love you. I hope you're doing well. Sorry I missed your missed your communique this last weekend. I was helping her out getting a camper van for him. So I'll talk to you about it later. I'll give you a call later on. There we go. Now we got enough wood in there. And YouTube chat says hi to you as well, Mom. YouTube is saying hi too. All right, let's put that down there. Let's go ahead and get a... Oh, I have no water, do I? I have no water. I don't have my cooking oil. I gotta have my cooking oil. There we go. Now we have our cooking oil. Now I can make... What am I missing? Oh, I'm missing water. I need water. Let's make some water, boys and girls. Let's make some water while we dance. Thank you, Hallis, for the dance there. You need water for all the good stuff. Without the water, you have nothing. You got nothing without water, so you gotta have water to start with. I'm sure glad they let us start harvesting with our hands again. Donnie Theory! How you doing, Donnie? Lick it like a stamp and stick it. How you doing, bud? I hope you're having a good one, man. 20 minutes till melted. All right, let's go ahead and get the hide off this guy. Hand harvesting height. Yeah, I'm so glad they changed it for ptarmigans and rabbits. It was very frustrating to not be able to harvest them with your hands. I'm just gonna say. Good to catch you, my man. Pots and pans. Well, you know, my mom's in chat, Donnie, or I would shake the bobs for you. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna decline this time because my mom's in chat. So, yeah, having a great day, Mom. The apple trees were removed today because it was beginning to fall. Oh, really? The one out back of the house? I didn't realize it was getting ready to fall. Oh, that's wild. To be honest, even for me, even if they didn't want it to be a thing, I'd never minded chasing wolves into them. Oh yeah, we would have, you know, Bran, we would have learned to adapt and change. We would have changed our behavior and changed what we did. It wouldn't have been the end of the game. I mean, I pretty much instantly just got used to doing it, but I understand why other people didn't like it. Well, it's like, you know, we used to be able to drop bait and rabbits would, you know, and they would run to our bait. You know, they would go right into our bait. We can't do that anymore. The baiting of wolves is gone. I'm gonna sleep for 2 hours real quick and just get some rest. This optimist is redeemed. As he stated, you can skin a rabbit with your bare hands. Oh yeah, that's the thing. You could all, you know. I'm glad they switched it back though. It's good they did. Okay, I'm gonna do some more water here because we need it. We're gonna do rabbit pie here because I want it. I'm just gonna take the bird's meat right now, and then we'll leave the feathers till later. We'll get all the ptarmigan feathers done later on. I didn't know it was either the crew came to trim it and noticed the ground on the north side was cracking, indicating the roots were breaking. Oh, that sucks. That's been such a great... Oh, there's an aurora out. That's been such a great apple tree for so long. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, we got to go take a picture, boys and girls. It's picture time. Little train station at night picture. There we go. Got a little picture of the train station at night. Looking all fancy schmancy. Well, and that's the thing, Jordo, is that, you know, they got a lot of pushback from everybody. I was fine. I mean, I didn't like it. I'm not going to say I liked it, but I wasn't particularly, like, upset about it. It was like, it's kind of cringy. It's kind of weird that you can't do it with your hands anymore. But I was like, okay, well, that's, you know, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. It's like, okay, I don't like it, but I'm not gonna expect them to change it just for me. I'm gonna drink that broth, though. I love that broth, baby. That broth is one of the best uses of ptarmigan meat. That's beautiful. We'll plant another apple tree. That'd be awesome. I think that would be great, Mom, to have another apple tree back there. Okay, we have no more rabbit pies we can make. So let's go ahead and put the rabbit on there. That's 1 minute. Mom, we should have like a tree planting. Like do a tree planting sometime.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
Just get a little baby apple tree. We can all come over and help plant the baby apple tree back there where the other one was. If we weren't there to trim the plants, they would crush everything we built into dust. Oh yeah. Tala on the YouTube side, thank you for the 22 Turkish pesos and saying, give Aurora ptarmigan's claws. That's scary. Do we really want to give Aurora ptarmigan's claws? That is the question. Do we really truly want to do that? See if you can grow a new tree from the old tree's cuttings. I don't know if my mom still has the old tree cuttings, but that's kind of an interesting idea. We'll make it a family event with everybody helping to plant it. I know, that'd be fun. We all have good memories of that tree, so. All right, let's go ahead and get the guts here. We're cooking all day, cook all night. All right, rabbit's done. We got a little bit more broth we can make. We've got new pies. Let's go ahead and drop these pies outside so they don't decay as quickly. I mean, they're gonna decay into nothingness anyway, but at least we can have them outside for a little while. You know what I'm saying? We can pretend that we are gonna have them decay overnight, and then I'm gonna drop these ptarmigans out here too. I think all of those are done. Yeah, that guy's just feathers. That guy's just feathers. That guy's just feathers too.
Too heavy.
Oh, that one still has meat on him. Okay, we'll go get the meat off that guy. I hope you have a great day today, Mom, as well. Love you much. Okay, let's go ahead and get the meat off this guy. There we go, 9 minutes. Perfect. Valor is saying, by the way, Atheenon, your pear recipes I use on apples now. It works on apples just as well. That is true. Does my bedroll need repair yet? Not really. Not especially. Now here's the trick I was telling you about. Check this out. Let's grab our heavy hammer out. Do I not have enough water? Wow, I have like no water left again. So here's this trick I was telling you about. See this thing here? It has 400 calories in it. So we're going to eat it down to right about there. It's now 0.01 with 49 calories. It's the only one I have on me. But I can still take it and crush it down into acorn grounds.
Much more.
So I just got 400 calories, and then I got the acorn grounds out of it as well. Don't tell him. Shh. Don't tell Hinterland. Hey, it's one of those little life hacks, you know? You get a little life hack here and there. I'll put a little water in there. We got 19 minutes till that's boiled. Let's do another acorn. We got 23 acorns right now. It's a lot of acorn. Another large prepared acorn there. You can prepare another large prepared acorn as well. Hey, Papa. Thank you for being on the Twitch side as well there. Papa's on Twitch and on the YouTube side. Got another large prepared acorn. Put that in there for right now. Let's break down this arrow that we got. We got a broken arrow. Broken arrow! Broken arrow. Yes, working. That's working as intended. Exactly. Working as intended, my friends. Let's sleep an hour. That'll get us a little bit of rest back. It'll let that water cook. We'll be good. It'll be good. There we go. Okay, excellent. Water's all done. We can do a little more broth here. We got a little more ptarmigan to cook up. That's going to take 34 minutes till it's ready, so let's break down... Oh, actually, you know what? Let's put a little more water over here. Let's go ahead and break down a couple more acorns. See, there's plenty of food in this zone. Plenty of food in this zone. You just got to be creative. We're going to drink that nice hot broth. That'll give us 800 calories. Bam. And it probably even left some of it behind, too. YouTube, let's rate his Twitch if you can. You don't have to worry about that. We are doing good on both. So we do have ptarmigan pie we can make, but I don't really need ptarmigan pie. Yeah, I can do one. No, actually, I can't do another gourmet. I can't do another broth. So yeah, let's make some ptarmigan pie. Let's do it. We might as well. There we go. We got them pies going on. We need to add a little fuel to the fire. Nine minutes till ready on the broth. Perfect. So I can make porridge. Let's make some porridge. The broth is really super nice. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really a big supporter of the broth, and I don't really use it for anything. I just like having. I mean, I have freaking 4 full cans and a partial can of broth right now. I got 4 full cans of broth though, and I still have 0.5 kilos of flour left. 6 minutes till that's ready, 21 till that's ready. Let's get a little water on here. There we go. I have 2 torches? Oh yeah, because I drug a torch out of a fire. If you drop the broth at same condition, it'll stack on the ground. I think it does, actually, yeah. At least it used to. I don't know if it does anymore. I know, you know what? I don't think it does now, Papa, because they changed the broth to being a 0.8 kilo thing. It used to be that the broth would have like 4 doses inside of it or something like that. See, the broth takes 0.4 liters to make a stew, and it takes 0.2, so it used to be It used to be that you'd get four units of broth every time you made a broth. Now you get one big unit. It's one big unit, baby. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm just saying. Brian, how you doing today? Hello, hello. Yeah, the broth has gone through a couple changes since they first instituted it in the game. Is it really daytime? It is really daytime out. We basically just cooked all night long. Let's cook up the last of our ptarmigan. Yum, yum. We've got a few liters of water on us. I think I want to just add a little more fire here. If we add one piece of coal, there we go. Yeah, we ain't ready for mapping yet, but the nice thing is we're gonna get a lot of charcoal out of this fire too, which is gonna be good. I've been watching reviews of Nightingale and it doesn't look good. I think that one will have the lifespan as Starfield. You know, a lot of it depends on what they do from here. I mean, I suppose it could, but I think it's pretty decent so far. I've been enjoying the heck out of it. Let's make another prepared acorn. I think the biggest thing that Starfield the biggest complaint I have about the game right now, Redcap, is the server side bullcrap. The server side support thing, or the server side, I don't like that at all. I'm not a big fan of that at all. And that's my biggest complaint about that game at the moment. All right, we're gonna sleep like 5 hours because it just takes so long to load, and I think that's gonna throw a lot of people. And you also have server disconnects all the time, and that sort of stuff. And that is a tough pill to swallow. All right, we got 20 of those now. That's awesome. How's our clothing doing? Clothing's not doing too bad. We've taken a little bit of damage on some of it. We could probably repair a little bit up here and there. Let's pluck the feathers from this little bugger. We need to take a drink too. Today is about feather plucking. It's about feather plucking and can we go map it all? Yeah, it looks like it's not bad. We're gonna get some feather plucking done. I think we're gonna go up and map up over here though, because we got this area over here to map. So let's do that. I watched you for about 5 minutes before I realized that you weren't playing 7 Days to Die. Just looks generic to me. Yeah, I found the game has a lot more depth than I thought it would. So
no power in the verse can stop me.
Retribute. I don't know how to even say that. I see retributor. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. Retributor. Thank you. See, I can't phonetically spell anything. I can't look at a word and phonetically break it down. Retributor. Thank you for the follow. No, I think you're probably right. I'm a little bit mentally handicapped when it comes to reading words. I just am not good about it. But for me, Redcap, the thing I like about he's gonna get retribution on me. The thing I like about it that I've started, and I'm gonna go over that. Jesus criminy! Holy hell, Magic Jack! Thank you for the 707 bits. The thing I like about the Nightingale game so far. Here's the thing I like about it. I like that it doesn't have skills that you're leveling up, and it's taken me a while to figure out how to get like stronger in the game, like to sort of like get my skills developed or get things developed. And it all has to do with you need to, you can tootle around the area you're in, but to really advance, you need to start going to other realms, getting higher level hides and stuff like that. And when you do that, when you craft the clothing with those items, you get bonuses to them right away. You get bonuses. They like level up. It's you're more leveled up by your gear than you are by any like leveling system in the game, which I think is kind of an interesting take on it. So for me, I'm quite enjoying Nightingale so far. I put 21 hours into it so far, and I'm having fun with it. And the thing I love most about Nightingale is it's just a game. There's no messaging. There's nothing like that. It's just a game. It's like, go have fun. I like that it's open world. I like the open world feel to it. You just kind of wander around and find stuff. There's not really a lot of direction. There's not really a lot of like things it's telling you can and can't do. You kind of figure out what you can and can't do by what kills you. So for me, I'm enjoying it so far, and it's not like it's not going to be for everybody, but I'm having a good time with it. I'm actually liking it more than Enshrouded myself. But April, have a good one. Take care, April. Have a great rest of your day. But it's one of those things where I understand why it is probably getting the mixed reviews it is. And I would imagine that most of it comes down to there's not a lot of direction in the game. The server side functionality is kind of annoying because when you zone, it's all server side based. And so I can understand why it's probably getting a little bit why people are not as excited about it as they could be. Because they've kind of shot themselves in the foot. I'm just curious what some of the negative reviews are. Yeah, it's being online even when playing solo is absolute nonsense. Yeah, and that's unfortunately, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That's the way most games are gonna be going. Most games are going to be, server-side functionality from going forward. I mean, this whole live service thing is not going anywhere. And like this one guy who's reviewing it right now, he's like, I really like a lot of the game so far, but it's getting a negative for one issue. Being always online, even when playing solo, is absolute nonsense. There's no reason a game like this has to be online at all times, which is only compounded by the servers being a trash fire currently. Don't get me wrong. So it's basically the thing I have a problem with. It's like, well, if that's the only reason you're not going to like a game, if you like everything else about a game except for that, does that really make the game bad? Or does that make it just so the experience you're having because of the server side functionality, does that make it I don't know. I have a hard time, I guess I have a hard time, being like, the game sucks because of the server side thing. It's like, well, yeah, it's kind of sucky, but I don't know. Once you're in the zone, I'm quite enjoying it a lot. I think the combat could work. It needs a little work on the combat a little bit, but yeah, exactly. Those kind of games are not your cup of tea. And this guy even went on to say, if they add an offline option, I'll happily change this review to a positive. So the only issue this guy has, which I get, is that it's the service side, the online ability, the online part of it. Game's gorgeous, many good elements and foundations with the portal systems and the story. But I have some reasons to wait on this one until it's ironed out. Wait till quality of life is better. Well, and again, it's an early access.
So dry.
I love how I love how people leave negative reviews for. I love how people leave negative reviews for things where it's like, okay, it's quality of life. It's like, well, it's early access. I mean, we've been talking about that for a while. It's like this guy left a review and saying, you know, storage is just horrible. No way to move items easily or craft from storage. Both are unacceptable for me. I just can't play this until it gets better. It's like, it's early access, bro. Take a chill pill. Take a chill pill. It's gonna be fine. It's an early access game. You know, it's like, okay, well, whatever, you know. But that's the mixed reviews I'm seeing. I'm not seeing anybody saying that the game is bad for those for the reasons I'm, you know, that I like look at a game and go, oh, it's bad because of this. Difficult to recommend in current state. There are a lot of mechanics that are very player unfriendly. Here's a few things I didn't see anyone else mentioning. First, my group is stuck. To progress, I'm 99% sure we need to finish a quest where we get 2 hard shots and 3 headshots, but no one's managed to get a single hard shot. I did. If I can get the hard shot, you can get the hard shot. Yeah, exactly. They're recommending people wait on it. And I'm not against that, Red Cap, but, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, not one. We've tried shooting all manners of enemies in the heart, no luck. If there's really a requirement to progress, maybe tell us what we need to do explicitly. Everything feels vague in the game, and the quality of life is very low. See, that's the thing, is like, everything feels vague in the game. I sort of like it all being vague in the game. It gives me like this big sense of accomplishment when I figure out a vague thing in the game. But see, that's just for me. That's personally for me, that's something I like about it. Cabin fever has set in, boys and girls. Cabin fever is alive. Let's eat a little bit of this down. There we go. Now check this out, boys and girls. This is a total bug. So you see how I all ate these? I ate all these acorns down to 0.2, 0.1, 0.2. So they have like no calories. I can still go make acorn grounds out of all 3 of them. Sounds like a skill issue. Yeah. I found that I could shoot the bears in the heart. Yes, you can do that with the acorns. And then you can make them into acorn grounds. And the acorn grounds are just they're a set item. There's nothing about acorn grounds that is any different from anything else.
Valor_the desert fox cheered X5. Hey at red_cap23 I've give the choice to Atheenon to choose something added to my new D&D monster session, and we've ended to create pack of flying timberwolf mountain lol.
Great, flying timberwolves. Don't tell the group that I'm at fault for that, okay? Don't tell the group that I'm at fault. That's exactly how Fallout 3 and New Vegas are. Oh, nice. Well, maybe I'll have to give a Fallout game a try at some point. You know, I might just have to buckle down and do it. I usually don't go back and play stuff that's old like that, but I might have to give it a try sometime. Who knows? I've changed my mind before, so. But, you know, for me, the problems that Nightingale has right now, I'm not very upset about. But, you know, that's the thing. It's like all of the negative reviews I've seen so far, they're all things that I have concerns about. I guess I'm just not ready to, you know, go, well, hey, you shouldn't buy the game right now. I tell people, hey, I recommend the game. It has these flaws, but I think they're manageable. If you think they are too, I think you might enjoy it. You know, I think you might enjoy it. Like I said, I give Nightingale, in its current condition, I give it a good solid 6.5 out of 10. I think it's right in that area. Is there stuff that needs to be fixed? Yes. Do they need to get their server side stuff figured out? For sure. I think the server side, the live service thing is the biggest problem with the game right now. with the servers not responding properly. You'll try to zone into somewhere and it takes forever. And that's, I think that's one of the biggest problems I have with the game currently. I personally, as far as like them not explaining everything, kind of, it reminds me, and this may just be the old gamer in me speaking, it reminds me of early days of playing EverQuest, where you were just wandering around and you had no freaking clue how to do anything. And you were just wandering around, you were bumping into guys and talking to them. I think Nightingale gives you more direction than old school EverQuest did. And I loved old school EverQuest, where you didn't have a clue what was going on 90% of the time. It was like, oh, I'm just going to go over here and kill some stuff. I don't know. Let's go have an adventure. So, do me a favor. If you kill Ath, make sure he's gets slain by an elf. So I can tease him about being slain by an elf. Hey! Hey. But, you know, live service, I think, it's going to be a continual thing from now on. I think you're going to see more and more games do this live service. Hoo-ah. But, you know, it's like, oh, well, what can you do? All right, so we got all the ptarmigan down. We got 44 now. Bye-bye, Psychotic Deer. Have a good one. All right, what's our weight? 48. What happens if we go into our suitcase here and we got 9 kilos of stuff in here?
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
That's what happens. This bag is getting too heavy to carry, goddammit. Dang nabbit. Dang nabbit, Atheenon, you got too much stuff. And then I pick up my bedroll and then I'm even heavier. Then I can't even walk. That is hilarious. All right, so let's drop that here, and let's drop that here. Let's drop a couple pieces of coal here. There we go. We're still too heavy, but we're at least under 58. So now, if we eat one of our travel pies, we can actually like be good weight. And we still have a couple of broths. We got some good cattails on us. I've made up a lot of coffee actually, which is good. I like that. We've got all of our guts and our hides on us. Got our maple to make another bow. We got 8 acorn grounds now. We got 4 more that we can prepare up. We got 44 ptarmigan down. We could probably leave a little bit of ptarmigan down here, to be honest. Let's just be honest about it. Probably do that. Got our bedroll back to 100%. Let's see what other maintenance we got. So yeah, you know, I'm definitely not. Going back to Nightingale, I'm definitely not saying it's a amazing game in the condition it's in. It doesn't need any work on anything. Yeah, I think it needs some work on certain areas, but I love the game so far. I think it's really fun. I can see the bones of it. I can see the idea and the intent behind it. I'm excited to play more of it. And is it everybody's cup of tea? Probably not. Probably not. But it's my cup of tea, and I like it. And we're actually gonna go play a little bit of it right now. We're actually gonna go play a little bit of it right now. So, thank you everybody for joining me for Long Dark. We'll be back with more Long Dark tomorrow. I was gonna do a little State of Decay 2 today, but I think I'm gonna actually do some Nightingale because I really want to play more. We will play 7 Days to Die tomorrow, though. This will be the last Nightingale stream that we do this week because I do want to play. All this stuff always pops up. I do want to play some 7 Days tomorrow in the Wild Wild West. 7 Days to Die was bashed out at first to Atheenon, and it's a nice game. But we are going to play a little bit of Nightingale. I'm going to take a little break on the YouTube side. We're gonna turn off the YouTube real quick. We'll turn it back on in just a second once I get everything updated. But thank you all on YouTube for watching. If you want to see some Nightingale, come on by and hang out. And we'll see you later. We'll see you tomorrow for sure for more Long Dark. Tomorrow for sure for some more Long Dark. So yeah, and it's funny. This pops up every time you play. There's still plenty of work to do, and you may encounter bugs, disconnects, and crashes from time to time. I mean, it tells you right in the front page what you can expect. Bye-bye, YouTube. All right, now let's just